So, you want to finally discover how to be successful? First, imagine where you'll honestly be in the next 5 years. Maybe on a beach, working remotely while drinking your favorite cocktail or beer. Or maybe you'll be sitting on the couch, watching Netflix, and still dreaming. Your success lies in your hands. I could tell you all the things you need to do to be successful, and at first, you'll probably do a couple of those things. But 6 months from now, you'll be back to your current routine. So, do you want to finally figure out how to be successful and do it? Or do you want to keep dreaming about it? If you're serious about becoming successful, keep watching and be sure to subscribe. Success in life is whatever you define it to be. Maybe for you, you want to be able to determine how to be successful to achieve financial freedom or a flexible work schedule. Some may want to travel the world, while others just want to pursue what they're passionate about. Being successful isn't necessarily about being rich or winning awards. It can also be about personal fulfillment. If you had to design your perfect day, what would it look like? Would you be sitting on a bench next to a lake writing your memoir? Do you imagine yourself climbing Mount Kilimanjaro and taking that big, deep breath once you reach the top? Or maybe you just want to spend an entire day playing with your kids. Why you want to learn to be successful in life will be personal to you. Your partner, parents, and friends may have their definition of success, but their definitions aren't for you. Whatever it is that'll make you feel fulfilled and happy is what you need to focus on while mastering the art of becoming a success. Most people obsess over how to be successful because we all want to feel like we matter. Without achieving any success, we might look back on our life disappointed by our lack of impact on the world. Striving to achieve a greater purpose is what keeps us fighting to survive and grow. While you might not become an international success, your life can still have an impact on others. The goal of achieving success will help you live a more purposeful life by pushing you to overcome obstacles, work a bit harder, and pursue happiness. Truth is, you'll probably never become successful. I'm not saying this to be a jerk. I'm saying it because the odds are stacked against you. On the bright side, it's never been easier to learn how to be successful. There have never been more millionaires in the world than there are today. Also, I'm kind of hoping that by telling you you'll never be successful, that you'll think to yourself, I want to prove them wrong, just so I can leave a nasty comment telling them a few months from now that they were so wrong about me. Do it. Prove me wrong. Mostly in career, I found having a chip on my shoulder and being angry at the world has resulted in me growing at a faster rate than everyone else. I like to pretend that I'm the biggest failure in the world with everything to prove. If someone doubts me, I do whatever it takes to prove them wrong. But truth is, I secretly love it when people diss me. What does it take to be successful? Nothing will motivate you more than a fuming rage deep inside you. So here's your diss. You spend way too much time on unimportant tasks while pretending that you're researching or learning or finding motivation. But truth is, you're slacking. And you're never going to get your act together unless you start working. So, if you want to be able to pay your bills or travel the world, it's not going to happen if you never take that first step. Stop looking for the silver bullet. The silver bullet is that you need to put in the work every day for a year. It's not some Facebook ads hack or some magical $2,000 conference. But no matter how many times people tell you that, you're still going to dig around for the secret answer. Why? Because you don't want to put in the work. You want to be an overnight success. Not gonna happen though. So if I were you, I'd start creating better goals. My goal is to make a ton of money. And you're wondering why you still haven't made it. Your goal isn't actionable. And quite frankly, it isn't that motivating either. Money is great and all, but it won't leave you fulfilled. What's your big life purpose? Maybe being successful to you means taking action to clean the world's oceans or help prevent animals from becoming extinct. Now, how do you do that? Well, you need money, and that's where your money goal comes into play. How much money do you need to help solve those problems? Get a calculator, reach out to some nonprofits, and start crunching numbers. Then use that exact number as your goal and add an exact date to it. I want to make $103,476.37 by December 31st to invest in cleaning the world's oceans so we can preserve ocean life and have clean drinking water. Now you've got a specific goal, a date to achieve it, and a purpose for achieving it. If you're looking for ways to be successful in life, you're not going to find it in people around you. Unless everyone around you is a giant success, your mom, dad, best friend, partner, and dog don't need to approve of your business ideas. Live life your way. Stop looking to others for validation that you're on the right track. Want to know how you're on the right track? When you ask yourself, am I living the life I want? If the answer is yes, you're on the right track. If the answer is no, you've got some changes to make. Don't let others cloud your thinking. People always think they know what's best for you, but only you know what that is. Trust yourself a bit more, and you'll realize you know what you're doing. Being successful in life isn't about a magical moment when everything falls into place. It's about the little moments in between. Moments where you're happy. Moments that you're soaking in. Truth is, you can experience these moments even if you're currently stuck at a 9-to-5. If your goal is to run an online business, you've got evenings and weekends where you can start plugging away. Maybe you want to be a digital nomad. You can talk to your boss about working remotely for 3 weeks while you work abroad. I know what you're thinking, and you want it all and now. But truth is, unless you take those baby steps, you won't know whether it's something you want or something you think you want. You can still start trying to figure out a plan on how to be successful whether you're at a 9-to-5 or not. I'm not saying stay at your 9-to-5 if you're miserable. I'm just saying that the 9-to-5 on its own isn't always the only cause of your frustration or unhappiness. Stop looking for a mentor. There's nothing wrong with mentorship. It can be great for building your career. Most people don't want mentorship though. They want someone to do all the work for them. Entrepreneurship and being successful are all about taking ownership. You talk a big game about wanting freedom, but when it comes to designing your first store, you ask for so much feedback. But what you need to realize is that the best thing about entrepreneurship is that you can create your business any way you want. And if you get a mentor to help you make decisions, it's basically like having a boss oversee your work. You start to lose that freedom that you wanted. If you constantly have people guiding you on your journey, your wins aren't your wins, and your losses aren't your losses. If you don't take ownership of your wins and losses, you'll never really get that, "Oh my God, I did it" feeling. And you also never learn from your mistakes because they weren't your mistakes in the first place. You're going to make bad decisions, but you'll make some great ones too. You don't need a mentor to teach you how to be successful, especially if your goal is to live life on your terms. Start building your expertise. You don't have to be the best on day one, but you can start building up to it. If you consistently take the time every day to invest in your growth, you'll be amazed by your growth a year from now. If you're running online stores, take the time to learn and test out different marketing hacks. By sticking it out for a year, you'll likely see that you've been building up your sales. By trying out different writing styles and pumping out consistent content, you'll likely realize that you're starting to amass a loyal following. Building your expertise requires effort, and your expertise will help you find your answer to the question of how to be successful. Stop blocking yourself. Roadblocks, bad days, failures, procrastination. What do they all have in common? They're all in your head. I'm so used to roadblocks that my instant reaction is always to find the workaround. I've done some weird stuff just to jump over obstacles. Yesterday, I had a bad day, and then halfway through the day, I realized I just had a bad sleep the night before, and I just started laughing. Why? Because I realized that the solution to my problem was easy. All I needed to do was go to bed earlier at night. The next day, it was like the bad day never happened. Your success can never be blocked by an external force. There's always a workaround solution. And that solution almost always comes from removing a mental barrier in your head. If you need to change anything about yourself, change your perspective and say what you want to be successful. Thank you for staying to the very end. Make sure to subscribe and like this video.